It's pretty fun though. Halloween's fun. Just
I mean, at what age can you just
cruise
let them
around.
run off on Halloween by themselves?
It's not 4. I'll tell you that.
We're not sure what the age is, but we know it's not 4.
Yeah. And I'm hoping he's still at the age. One thing that I have been doing is in his younger years was we would collect all the candy, and he's probably going to use don't use this in the show because he'll use it as ammunition for me against me later. But he would have fun. We would get the candy, and he had fun doing that. He had fun with his friends. He did all those things, and we might give him a little tiny bit that night, but then I basically just wouldn't give it to him later because he'd forget about it. He didn't care. He didn't need that. I didn't need that. I would bring it to work and just dump it.
He's not going to forget this year. I think 4 is the year that you remember that you
No,
had candy.
That's the question. That's the thing. Jason, what about you? Do you what's your policy? Do you have to? Does he have to eat all the candy that night?
We require it.
Yeah.
No, he gets like a piece or two, probably, and then we do like 1 piece a night for a while.
Okay.
Most of it we, take into the office or whatever. I mean, he still has candy. He went to this Labor Day parade, and they were just throwing out candy. And he's like getting real good at grabbing that stuff now. So
Sure.
he just came home with like boatloads of candy that he's still working through.
I like that he's going to associate Labor Day with candy.
Yeah.
This is Labor Day. This is Labor Day.
Let's just rattle them off here. What's your favorite Labor Day movie? Colson, you go first.
Yeah, so just prepare to...
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect. Yeah, so just prepare to...
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
This train is off the track.
I feel like you can't just like jump through Neptune and be okay.
Just prepare to...
What the show needs is more dogs and bears and chickens and stuff.
Yeah, so just prepare to be awash in unbeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacers fans. You were listening to the Undebeatables, your semi-weekly Pacers podcast. Today is Sunday, October 26th, 2025, and this is episode 785. Coming to you from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm your host, Joey Gaffrida, the man behind the dials. This show, we're going to discuss an 0-3 week of Pacers basketball. Joining me this show are 2 of our 3 analysts, coast to coast, like buttered toast. First, from the high school home of Jameson Brewer, Silver Spring, Maryland, it's the doctor, Jason Triplett.
What is up, Pacers fans? What is up, Undebeatables? Shout out to my lovely wife, Jill, with whom I'm celebrating our anniversary today.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
It wasn't that long ago that we were all together celebrating with you.
No. 6 years.
6 years. My goodness.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
From Asheville, North Carolina, he's our in-house bartender, mixing up the drinks in the crappy jingles. It's the podcaster with human strength, John Colson.
What is up, Pacer Nation? What is up, Undebeatables? Shout out this week to the enforcer, Harper. If you were working for me and you called off work 10 minutes before it started, I'd count it as a no-call, no-show. Just letting you know.
Well, you going to cut his shift? What are you going to do?
It's going to go in his file, that's all.
Okay. Well, I think his file is a mile long, but he's the enforcer, so what are you going to do about it?
Probably
Nothing.
Probably nothing.
Well, before we get into the show, do want to remind listeners they can support us, the longest running Pacers podcast, by heading over to patreon.com/undebeatables. And you can support our show for as little as $1 per month. I'm guessing that's what drove Harper away this week. Is I don't know that we had any new patrons. And, he's, I know the three of us, we're motivated for the love of the game. But he's just a money guy,
Sure.
And so, everyone's got their own thing. It is what it is.
Well, listeners, if you want Harper back,
back,
yeah, I better start showing us the money.
Oh, this could backfire on us. We'll see. All right, team. The NBA season, the 2025-2026 season has started. We are off to the races. Well, we're racing. There's been a race. And we are 0-3 right now.
Boo.
The opening game of the season, October 24th. Pacers take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I heard that one was dubbed Game 8 of the finals. And it was exciting.
Hell of a
Pacers go to over. Yeah, they take the game into overtime after being down for a good chunk of the game, but then it was back and forth towards the end, and double overtime game. And Pacers come up short, 141 to 135. We have, I think we thought was our starting lineup: Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, Isaiah Jackson, Benedict Mathurin, and Nembhard, which, spoiler alert, that's going to change going into later this week. But guess what? Pascal Siakam, still good. Benedict Mathurin doing what we were hoping he was going to do. 36 points for him, 11 boards as our leading scorer. And then Siakam picking up 15. And on the OKC side, no surprise, SGA has a fantastic game, 55 points against us. We'll get back into this game, but I want to talk about game 2 now. I don't want to talk about this game. This game was way worse. Memphis Grizzlies, Pacers started a road trip, October 20. Let's see, this game was on the 25th, Saturday night. And we were way short, 128-103. Different starting lineup. This one was a point guard in Ben Shepherd, Benedict Mathurin, James Wiseman at center this game instead of Isaiah Jackson, and Siakam and Nesmith. Nembhard is out for this one for a shoulder strain that he picked up in game 1. And then last game of the week, as we record this evening, Pacers come up just short in this one, 114 to 110 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Sunday, October 26th. We run with a different starting lineup this time again. I think we're trying to figure this thing out. Shepherd again at point, Nesmith, Jackson, and Jay Huff as the power forward. Siakam at the 3, I guess. I don't know. These positions mean nothing at this point. But Siakam did have 33 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, nearly a triple-double. Nearly a 33-point triple-double. Nesmith, 18 and 8 for him. We've got, I say Ben Shepherd at the point, but I feel like in 32 minutes he gets 6 points and is 2 of 9 from the floor. I feel like he just passes the ball and then goes to stands in the corner. On the Timberwolves side, really balanced scoring except for Julius Randle, who rocked 31. Everyone else about 10 to 15 points, including Naz Reid off the bench with 16. So we're 0-3, and we've had a different starting lineup every night. We have Pascal Siakam as our small forward. Jason, how are you feeling these days?
How am I feeling these days? I mean, not good, Joey. Not good. I think it's not a good start to the season, but let's focus on the positives first. I felt like that game against OKC was everything you wanted to see. It encapsulated what we thought this team was going to be doing this season, which was scrapping it out, fighting their tails off, and hanging in there with the best of the best, and just executing good basketball. And I mean, we just ran out of juice, I think, at the end. Kudos to SGA, who hung a double nickel on us and was just unstoppable. Got to the line a ridiculous amount.
Yeah, 26 times.
26 times.
Carlisle was not happy. He was like, "You can't ask me questions right now because I'm going to get fined." He's like, how can a guy go? How am I supposed to play defense if he's going to the line 26 times?
Yeah.
I did see a little meme going around from that game where Matherin's just standing there with his arms out, and SGA, just smashes into him and then goes for the fadeaway.
I mean, and he tweaks Nemhard's shoulder by doing a tricky thing where he clamped Nemhard's hand underneath between his arm and his body, and Nemhard had went a weird angle or whatever. Yeah, I mean, they were without Jalen Williams, so it's not quite exactly game 8 of the finals. I mean, we were without, of course, Halliburton and whatnot, but it had exactly that same energy. Those two teams do not like each other at all, and yeah, I was really proud of the way that the team played in that game. I thought they gave a lot of great effort and gave OKC all that they could handle. And OKC was coming off, that was their second double overtime game of the season, which is the first time that's ever happened to start a season in NBA history, apparently. So,
well, I hope it stays that way.
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. Shout out to them. So, yeah, I mean, there were obvious differences in the way that the team plays now. I mean, Nemhard only played that first half, so let's think about that first half. But, they're playing with a lot of pace, but I thought the ball was moving pretty well. Player movement was good in that first half, but then the second half I thought it changed quite a bit, and I think I didn't watch the Memphis game, but in the Minnesota game a bit more too. I mean, maybe we're just not shooting the rock that well, but it's only Pacers haven't cracked the 30 assist mark yet, which was a regular thing in the last season. So I don't know if that's a change in style or just us not hitting shots, so the assists are down.
Yeah, without Halliburton, the game's different, right? I mean, he's such a gifted passer and enjoys sharing the basketball, and that's infectious. I think Nemhard's an excellent point guard. Having Halliburton and Nemhard in the backcourt is two excellent passers. And then your bench has an excellent passer in TJ McConnell. You take away all of those things, you're going to have less assists. You're going to have less ball movement, no matter if you're playing the same style or not. And I think we're still playing I think we're the third fastest paced team in the league. We're playing with great pace. Yeah, shots aren't going in as much. That's true. You talk about that first game against OKC, and I really did feel like Carlisle and everybody said, hey, look, let's play this game without Halliburton, but know we're going in without Halliburton and not having to deal with the emotional, kick in the gut that one was. And can we compete with these guys without Halliburton? And the answer is yes. We took them all the way to the end, even without our starting point guard in the second half yet again. We scrapped. We played defense. You're right. Just it's the team that I expected to watch all year. Just really talented professional guys with the experience of going to the finals and knowing how to win. But we just keep losing guys. We lose Nimhard in this one. We lose Matherin in the next game. We played Peter, who's a rookie guard who played really well, and he played like 17 minutes because Nimhard went down in game one, and then he gets injured in the next game. We're just real short on guards right now. And so you end up with Shepard bringing up the rock and just throwing it to Siakam, who is now our basically sole ball handler. He is our offense right now.
I'm still hung up on the end of last year, honestly. And then just to see the way things have progressed, since then. I mean, yeah, without Halliburton, I knew this wasn't going to be the same team, but I really did. I picked them to do well. I thought top half of the bracket in the playoffs, and I thought over Philly for sure. But right now.
Yeah,
that's not where we are.
Philly barely.
You love
beat,
Philly.
No,
Stop. I don't want to hear you defend Philly right now. I'm just not ready for this.
Philly barely beat Boston, who's intentionally taking. They beat them by 1 point, and then they beat the Hornets by like 3 points. Philly's not good just because they're 2-0 and we're 0-3. I will not hear that we're not as good as Philly. They're trash. Embiid's broken. He's getting like 2 rebounds a game.
All right.
Suck it, Philly.
Suck it, Philly. Yeah, I mean, we talked in the preseason about how it's like, there's little margin for error for this team that, we're an injury away from being really bad. And now we're 4 injuries deep, 3 games into the season. And who knew that the loss of Talon Peter was going to be
so devastating.
For us.
That's what sunk us.
Yeah.
Well,
and I mean, that being said, the dudes play their asses off against Minnesota and made that a real game. And
yep.
I mean, yeah, they lost Anthony Edwards to a hamstring injury in that game, but still, they got other all-stars on that team. So,
yeah. Well, and I thought we hung in with Memphis. Of course, they had this amazing game from their rookie, Cedric Cower. Made that up. That's not his name, but whatever.
Coward. You were close,
yeah. Yeah. He hit all his 3-pointers and was unstoppable, like 27 points. And Ja Morant looked like he was in his bag. So, we still, I think we're in that game until the third quarter. When you put that many guys on the floor together that don't really see minutes on the floor together, it's hard to have some cohesion, both offensively and defensively. And I really thought we lost that game on the defensive end, even though we didn't put up that many points. Thought it was a defensive issue more than an offensive one. 103 points doesn't win that many games in this new NBA, but it does if you play defense.
Sure. Yeah. So it's hard to project with this team. The other thing is, Isaiah Jackson gets to start on opening night, and then James Wiseman gets to start against Memphis, and then, as you mentioned, Joey, we went with a super big lineup against the T-Wolves with Siakam at the 3. Isaiah Jackson at the 4, I guess, and Jay Huff at the 5. So Tony Bradley should start the next game, and then maybe we'll just rotate him like that. It's like starting pitchers, We'll just rotate our.
We got a rotation.
Sure, yeah. It's a good idea.
So that should be fun.
Who's our closer right now?
We don't have a closer right now, which is a problem.
You got to sign one of those guys.
Jay Huff had a thunder hammer in the lane against Gobert in this Minnesota game. And I was like, whoa, didn't know you had that, buddy. Thought you were just a 3-point shooter. But he faked the 3, the defender bit, and he just slammed it home. That was pretty cool. There was a nice Siakam-Randall battle in that Minnesota game. That was entertaining. it's entertaining, even though we're starting a starting lineup that should never be, right? This should be a time for Nimhard and Matherin to, show how good they are in their respective year 4s or whatever. Or I guess it's Nimhard. Yeah, they're both year 4. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, Matherin's now leading our team in scoring, right? I mean, 26 points a night. He's got the green light, and he's so talented. I mean, he's just effervescent, and how he's lighting up the scoreboard. He'll go on stretches where he can't be stopped. And I'm hoping that his injury is not that bad, so we can see more of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we don't know how long we're waiting on Nimhard either, right?
Correct. There's no timetable on either of their returns. And McConnell's out a month from 2 weeks ago, so he's actually closer than you think, or at least will be reevaluated after a month. Yeah, and I mean, you feel like if Matherin's playing like this, which is all-star-ish level, Siakam's an all-star. You get 2 all-stars in a lineup, you get a chance to win a bunch of games. But, you got to have consistency. So the one thing that we sort of had going with us, right, is consistency, and that's just gone, right? So.
Yeah, like we bring back the entire team from the year before, and you're like, okay, these guys know how to play together. They've been in the trenches together, and
almost the whole team.
Yeah, and now it's just lineups you'd never thought of before. I'm sure Carlisle wasn't exactly drawing these things up. Joe, you were saying that Shepard's kind of throwing the ball in and going to stand in the corner. Like, I don't think we had a bunch of Shepard plays, in the playbook. I think we're kind of just making this up as we go right now.
But I mean, the nice thing is we got them right where we want them. This is how we started out last year. I mean, I guess we won our first game last year, but started out super slow out of the gate, and then it's a long season. The NBA is a long season, so
yeah. They were saying that in the Oklahoma City game that when Nimhard went out with the injury, they basically made up the Matherin Siakam pick and roll because that wasn't a play they have in the playbook, and they just ran that in the second half because that's all they had. It's just like,
it seems obvious. You take your 2 best players and run a pick and roll.
Just let them do it. But that's where we're at. Because they, this is a team that Carlisle's talked about. He doesn't call plays for them, because it's and so because of that, there's going to be a lot of things where we're making it up as we go, especially as we keep bringing in new guys.
But I mean, I knew that was with Halliburton, but is that still the case?
I assume it's kind of a hybrid at this point. I'm assuming they do some plays, but I think the idea is that we're read and react. We've got actions, but the goal is just to move fast, make quick decisions.
And no offense to Shepard, I mean that's just not been his role. But I mean, I feel like a Shepard run offense is gonna. That's not the way that's gonna run. Like that's not what he's been built to do.
I think that's why we're struggling a little bit right now, Joe. I mean, the second half of that Minnesota game, it was just like Siakam going, all right, what do I got to do now? Every time he's trying to make something happen because he is the offense at that point.
Yeah, and I mean, the bench is all topsy-turvy as well now. Like, it's good to see Jarris Walker getting some more minutes, but you can tell he just needs time to get out there and figure out what's a good shot and when he should stay away from taking shots. Like, he's struggling out of the gate.
Obi's looking good, though. Obi Toppin, I mean, he's not dominating, but he's doing Obi things.
That's true. I will say Obi Toppin has been kind of who he was, and he does like more. He has more confidence, and I feel like he doesn't make bad decisions, and he's still the same guy where he's just super athletic and just getting things done.
Hitting threes.
I've been happy to hitting threes and doing Obi things. So I've been happy to see him out there.
Did you see him airball a dunk this week?
It happens. Man.
Absolutely amazing. Just goes up for the hard slam and misses everything. It was really it's worth checking out. It might make the whatever Shaq and the Fool. Goes up hard and comes down with nothing but air. And he immediately went off, and Halliburton was making fun of him, and they were laughing. Like it was good. I don't think it's going to keep him up tonight.
No, not at all.
All these losses might keep him up though. They're piling up. We knew it was going to be a tough start to the season. I didn't know it was going to be this many injuries. Figure if not so many people are down, maybe we'd have 1 or 2 more wins.
Yeah. Well, we got a chance to get some more wins this week. Pacers round out their 3-game set Wednesday at Dallas. So we get a couple days of practice so these guys can get to know one another.
And figure out the Ben Shepherd offense.
Right, exactly. And then Friday, start a 4-game homestand against the Atlanta Hawks.
Trash.
That game is Emirates NBA Cup game. First NBA Emirates Cup game. And then back-to-back Saturday hosting the Golden State Warriors. That game is on NBA TV. What do you guys think? Predictions clearly a sweep, right?
I would love to say 2-1, but I don't know who's going to be playing. So I'm going to go with let's say we can beat Atlanta in the Cup game, and we'll go 1-2.
Okay.
Oh, that was mine. That was my pick.
Okay, well that's a solid pick.
I think we're going to sweep it.
Sweep it.
Yeah.
We're going to get an Isaiah Jackson run offense here at some point.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're going to go Point Jarris.
Okay.
And just go
I might
gigantic.
have some thoughts on that in the next episode.
It'll be Point Jarris. So we'll start Jarris, Aaron Nesmith, Siakam, Obi Toppin, and James Wiseman.
Okay.
And that will be the secret sauce. We'll just be gigantic. Nobody will be able to even see the basket.
We gotta zag when the league is zigging, right?
Yep.
I mean, we have no guards, so we're definitely going to be... Forwards are going to be in the backcourt for sure. Forwards in the back, I like to say.
As the kids say.
Yeah. I think... You know what? I'll take it back. I think we're going to beat Golden State, too.
There you go, Joey.
So, put us...
Because they're small ball, and we're going to be so big.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not going to know what to do. They were going to think that shooting threes over us was a good idea. It's not. And I don't have no further comment on that. And we've got a Mathurin Siakam pick and roll. So
If Matherin's back.
deal with that. If he's back, yeah.
Ray J, Dennis, Siakam pick and roll.
30 years from now, you'll be bouncing your grandkid on your knee, telling him about the Ray J. Dennis Siakam pick and roll and how it led us to our first NBA championship.
I'll tell you what, we had so many cool games last year. We had like an Obi Toppin game. Why not have a Ray J. Dennis game?
Why not Ray J.
I'm here
Dennis?
for that.
You know? Why not? Why not us?
Mm-hmm.
So if we start this season 0-6 or 1-5, when do we start tanking? Is it after that, or do we gotta be 0-10 before we start tanking?
Oh, yeah, we gotta go 0-15 before this team starts tanking.
Okay.
There's too much pride in this team.
Yeah, it is, even though we've been talking about all these lineups, like, it's mostly the same guys from last year. Just all those guys are hurt.
Yeah.
So when TJ McConnell will be back soon, we hope, you hope Mathurin and Nembhard will be back soon. and Taylor Peters is not one of the guys from last
and
year.
the Furfmeister.
But we'll be back. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We have James Wiseman,
Yeah, we do.
Bradley, and Wiseman.
Maybe we could do the all big lineup. Start Pascal at point and throw the other 4 centers out there.
Ooh,
I mean, Pascal's essentially running point anyway.
Yeah.
that'd be some zagging. I like it.
Carlisle, you know what? This is your canvas. You can do whatever you want. It's blank. Go
It is
crazy.
blank.
There are no bad ideas, except the one Jason just said. That's a bad idea.
All right, team. Well, we'll be back with you next week, and hopefully we'll be reporting in on an NBA Cup win and some other dubs in there, and then Colson will get off his. He's going to get off his tank talk because he's talking. He's already been privately to me. He's been talking about a spinoff show, Tank Talk, and I'm not here for it. I just don't support it. I want it. We got too much pride here in Indiana, and I'm ready to just, turn the corner. This team, the Indiana Pacers, know how to turn the corner.
Right. In 49 states,
we'll go-
it's just basketball. Here, it's tanking. I don't know.
Okay. Gonna workshop this. When's the last time we tanked, Colson?
The first year we got Halliburton.
Yeah. Thought that
Nah, that was like
mid-season trade.
that was a strategic mid-season trade. All right. Until then, you can hit us up on social media. We are on Twitter at Undebeatables, Facebook.com/The Undebeatables. Our website is TheUndebeatables.com. There's also a contact form there. You can use that to send us a message. And email, shout out at TheUndebeatables.com. And hit up the website /store for merch.
For the architect, Donnie Walsh, and for the Pacers' first couple, Bobby Slick and Nancy Leonard. Turn out the lights, the party is over.
Oh. I like that one. It was a good wrinkle.
I don't like any of them, but I like that one.
Yeah.
This is the first one in 785 episodes that you've appreciated.
Yep. This is the first one.
Okay.
There you go. That's the lesson. Just keep trying, folks. Just keep trying.
Keep throwing garbage at the wall and something will work. Oh, that sounded like a point. That sounded pointed, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Was that at me or at the Pacers or both?
Oh, I think it was breaking up. I can't hear you real well.
But we could hear you crystal clear. So.